Muscasuan journey, I have struggled with figuring out my relationship to treaties and realizing how I fit into the bigger picture. Before this class, I never considered myself a treaty person, and I never thought that it even made sense to refer to myself that way. I had always thought of treaties as something that only pertained to Indigenous peoples, and I didn't realize that the treaties affected me, my life, and my family. In the 1850s, my ancestors came from Ireland in search for land. There was a potato famine, and people were starving to death. Treaties made it possible for my family to move here and to be able to support themselves and generations to come. Treaties are what allowed my family to own land or own a house, both in the past and present. Throughout my journey, I have tried to think about what we learned in class and what my relationship was with all of it. Missing and murdered Indigenous women. Classroom cultural appropriation. My relationship with the land. What did it all mean to me, and where do I fit? From previous classes, I know that I struggle with my relationship with the land. I enjoy capturing it in my photography and art, and I find peace and comfort being surrounded by nature. But I know the land is not here for my own personal gain, and it is not here for me to use as an escape. However, I believe that acknowledging this and understanding that it is something I struggle with is a good step in the right direction, a good reminder for myself for the future. I can now see that treaties have even made it possible for me to travel and experience the land the way I have, because treaties are the reason people own the land that I've rented, so I have somewhere to sleep and stay during my trips. There are so many things that I did not realize before coming to school at the U of R. Some things I did not know at all, and some I had misconceptions or uneducated knowledge about. The field trip to Fort Qu'Appelle really opened my eyes to how much history happened so close to where I've always lived, and how I missed all the ways that Western culture has taken over, and how we see history in our country, cities, and culture. I like to compare my Muscasuan journey to the aurora. It is something that could only truly be recognized by me in the dark. For me, I only truly saw the error of my ways by having the knowledge I was learning shine a light on my past and my thoughts to cause me to finally see the ignorant shadow I was allowing myself to live in. And in this dark past that I was surrounded in and partook in, I was able to see the light and the hope for my future, and I could see the wrongs that I partook in and understood. And just like I sought out to find the aurora for the first time, I seek to find that light. I want to understand what else I have misconceptions on, what else I said or thought that was not correct. I want to see this truth come to light in the dark times. And my Muscasuan journey has allowed me to step back and look at myself and my thoughts in a different light and see the light of the future, my future. And even though sometimes I come back to the dark that I grew up in, or that people around me push me towards, even in the literal dark, I can see the light. I can see the hope, the knowledge, and everything that I've acquired, and that I have the privilege to learn. And even though I do still struggle with referring to myself as a treaty person, I know that I can see it, and that the light of knowledge is not going away, and I can still work to continue my Muscasuan journey towards making that light bigger and brighter, so it can take over more of the darkness of my past. And I realize that part of where I fit in is to help educate others who come from or are in a dark place, just like me, or to help educate others before they get to that dark place, full of misconceptions and uneducated understandings. I am a woman, an educator, a Canadian citizen with settler ancestors, and I am a treaty person.